Welcome to the Innovation Squadcast, making a positive difference in learning through innovation.
Welcome to the Innovation Squadcast, and thanks for making us part of your educational PD journey. We're diving into the world of creativity and technology with Adobe Express. We're exploring the top 5 ways Adobe Express can transform your classroom experience, from enhancing presentations to creating engaging videos. We'll discuss how this versatile tool can empower both educators and students alike. I am Jimmy Kate.
I'm Pam Hubler.
And I'm Nicole Lapointe.
And, we kind of rediscovered Adobe Express, I think, for us at FETC, as it was a very, very popular platform used by multiple presenters. None of them really had any affiliate. And then I started to, take a look at it, and I'm like, all right, Adobe Express has really got better. It used to be called Adobe Spark, and it had a lot of good things, but now it's really become a great place for student creation. And that's what made me really start to think that we needed to talk about some of the features. And then you brought it to attention, the classroom feature, which you found very, beneficial to teachers. Well, what did you find and what do you think teachers would gain from the classroom's features?
Well, I realized when we were doing some of the laser projects where we would have them use Google Drawings, but then you have to create a folder and then share it. And then so it's a little bit more too many steps. So then we started using the classroom to test it out, because then you can create an assignment which creates that template, and then all the kids have access to it. You can see them all in one place. So it's just kind of a nice organized way to use it.
Yeah, so the classroom feature, you can basically, a teacher has the ability to create a class. Let's go ahead and, Jeremy, go to that screen, and we can show teachers what they need to do. And so, again, if you're listening, if we're listening, we'll talk you through it. If you're, again, watching on Spotify or YouTube. So when you get into Adobe Express, which, again, is found inside of ClassLink for teachers and for students, it's a black icon with a gold SP on it. And once you get in there, again, you have the ability to create a class. And once you go ahead and create your class, then you have the ability. So, yeah, once you create class, you'll give it a name, give it your subject. And these are just things to help kind of guide what you're doing. So you can, make that completely up to you and how you want to do that. But, again, yeah, just pick any subject. Again, pick your grading. You don't need to worry about period, and then save. And then once you're in there, you have the ability to create an assignment. This is the code you would give your students, or you can, again, give them a link right there in Schoology, and that gets them right in there. And then once you create an assignment on that right-hand side, if you go to the right-hand side, Jeremy, yeah, perfect. You create that assignment. You've got the ability to give it a title. You can put tons of instructions right in there, and then you can choose the template that you want your students to do, or you can just assign it with a blank, and then the kids can make anything that they want. So,
right, and I've had teachers do it both ways. One teacher wanted some kind of like presentation with slides, and the other teacher, we were having them create something. So, of course, template, because they could choose what they wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then once the students turn that in, you'll be able to see everything that's in there. So really, that classroom feature has the ability to really streamline the whole process when it comes to how things are working. So
Students do still have to have some sharing, instructions on how to share, because you do still need to change it. So that way your teacher can edit just like you would in a Google file. So that's the only thing. There's a couple steps to go through, but otherwise it's pretty quick.
Yes. So, yes, Adobe's great using the classroom. So that's the number 5. Number 4 is going to be enhancing presentations. Yes, so the ability to create presentations is there's just tons of options when it comes to being able to create. And a lot of these same options are going to be found throughout every one of their creation tools. But anytime you're making a presentation, then you have the ability to create something that's pretty fantastic. So,
I mean, just looking at the homepage when you get there, that's, I think, kind of when we were like, wait, Adobe has really stepped it up.
Yeah.
And you can see all the different choices right here that the students can use for creation.
Yeah, so if you go down, Jeremy, you can pick that second one on the recent. That's a presentation on the recent down at the bottom, yeah. Yeah, just open it up, yeah. So this one, again, was you talking about making a presentation, and what I like is that you've got the ability, just like it's very Canva-like. So if you're used to Canva, you have a lot of the same kind of options here when it comes to Canva. So you have this menu on the left-hand side. So if Jeremy goes over to the left-hand side, you've got the ability to add templates. You've got the ability to upload your own images, videos, and audio. And then it's got the media feature. So if you click on media down at the bottom, perfect. Yep. Click on media, and now you've got the ability to add in photos, videos, and audio. Again, you just search for what you're looking for. And if they don't have what you're looking for, then you've got the ability to generate that image as well. So you can generate AI images. If you look at the one that's on the screen, I just put in a computer that has tons of projects flying out of it, and that's the AI image that it created for me right there. So if you go to some other of the pages, like that. I just said create a blackboard with some books and teacher education materials, and that's what it created. So this is actually a student project that we'll talk about in a little bit with videos, creation and animating characters. So so tons and tons of options inside of Adobe for presentations. So anything else you guys want to add to the presentations? Or
I think just get in there and play. And like you said, if you're used to Canva, it's going to come naturally. Yeah. If you're not used to Canva, that's okay because everything is self-explanatory.
Yeah, and what's great about Adobe's is is in our K5 class link where Canva is not. So this just gives that teacher that extra creation option for that K5 group, and it's very user friendly and tons of things that you can do inside of it as well. All right, so 5 was classrooms, 4 was presentations. Number 3 is the storyboard timeline projects. So, Adobe Express can be used to create storyboards, can be used to create timelines, kind of creating a comic book feel, benefits of visual storytelling and learning. There's just tons of templates that you can search. The students can create when it comes to that as well. So if you click down, Jeremy, on the 4th one in the recents, this is a storyboard that I made using, again, generative AI images. So you can see it actually has application to courses because I was able to create one. So taking a class on UDL, and this was just a storyboard about a student that's struggling in a non-UDL class, walks into a dynamic UDL class, goes to the next one, go to the next frame. Again, these are all AI created images, and is able to create and collaborate and express his knowledge in different ways. Therefore, he was successful. So that's, and again, using, I had to prompt all the images. So I'm learning and demonstrating my knowledge just by prompting the images, and then, adding in that little extra element as well.
And, the most important part is, like you said, knowing the content.
Yep.
That's the good thing about them having templates, so that some students don't have to create the template as well. And the real reason they're in here is, creating the content. So.
Now, how did you get the AI images in there? Did you do that within Adobe?
Yeah, I did it within Adobe. Yeah. So when you click media, you've got the ability to generate an image inside of there, and you just type in everything that you want. The more words, the better, and it gives you some different options on what you want to create. So, Yep, I always pick the widescreen. So
you've got square, landscape, portrait, widescreen, and then you can choose.
Yep. Once you click in there, then you've got the ability to just type in whatever you want, and you create your generated image. So, and I like it. I think the images are cool. They're dynamic. They're a little more colorful. They got a little more pop to them. So I just kind of like the way they look. So. And then timeline's another great one inside of Adobe where you can, do a nice timeline with images or videos. And then again,
there was a good template for that.
Yeah, you got the ability to do text. So again, great projects to allow students to demonstrate their knowledge here as well. So
would a teacher just search for timelines?
Yep. So if you go into just right there at the top, Jeremy, search for, go to timeline. And then you've got all these different templates, infographics that pop up that you can use, that students can use, and customize and make them just what they want them to be. So, they're fantastic. So you can, and again, it's just like Canva. Everything's customizable: colors, text, images. You can add whatever it is that you want to it. So
the text effects, we like that.
Yeah.
I like how easy it is, though, to create something new. Even if you don't use any of these, you just click the plus at the top left, and then they have the create, and they've got the quick actions. So it's pretty easy to find what you want to start with.
Yep. So that was 5. So 5 was classroom, 4 was presentations, 3 storyboards, timelines, number 2. And probably this was a fight between 2 and 1. But
yeah.
So I thought this was your favorite.
Yeah, the animate the character creation is a really, really fun tool. And I'm going to show how this is actually good for teachers and for students as well. So go ahead and click on that, animate your voice.
Yeah, you said this was a tough one for you. If you
Yeah.
interviewed the students,
Yes,
they would
this
have
would be
gone
number
with,
one, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I did a project with one of my schools, I would say 90% of them went animate character. And so when you create your character, again, if you go transparent background, you can drop it into any kind of AI created background, or you can create from the multitude of backgrounds that they've got. But what the best feature about this and why I really like it is the enhanced speech feature. So if you look on that bottom left, if you click that enhanced speech feature, toggle that over. What this does is it basically takes your voice, it digitizes it up, makes it sound all professional. And what it does is removes any background noise. So if all of your students are working on this project, they can all be basically doing the talking part without headphones. It's not going to hurt to have headphones, but it removes all that background noise. And so it allows that to do it, to put the voice right inside of there. So that's a great feature. And then for teachers, what I do is for some of my videos, I take and I use this character feature and then I just hide it behind the slide and layered. So I'm still getting that enhanced speech option, but I'm not having the character necessarily doing the speaking. But when the character speaks, the kids really, really enjoy it. So
this would have been good for, we have some librarians who had the masked reader in their classes.
Yeah, we're going to be talking
stuff.
about that next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been a good feature for them to use because they were
it doesn't really mask the voice. It just cleans it up. I still think you would be able to tell who it is.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it still sounds like you. So it doesn't
Okay.
like animate, like digitize or change your voice. It just cleans it up a little bit and makes it sound a little better. So,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, it's a great feature for students. They really enjoy this. Using if you're using like the green screen style video, they don't want to record themselves. They want to use the character. They're still demonstrating their knowledge. It's still their voice. They still have to create the script that goes along with it. But they're able to, again, animate to do that. And it's just a really great feature. So, and then number one, which really kind of goes right along with number two, and that's making a video. I think this is where Adobe Express probably shines, is making videos. When students are able to create any with these videos, again, it is just a simplified, engaging video. Tons of library of images and videos and elements to really make their kind of video pop. And so it's really great feature. Like I said, shout out to Merrington Middle and the seventh graders there that created these Europe tour guide videos using the animate characters. But again, you go to media on that left-hand side, and then you just put in a lot of different information. So if you click media and then go just search, search for like Stonehenge or a Colosseum or anything like that, just because those are off the top of my head because that's the project that we did. And then what you get you get photos, and then you've got also these videos that you can just drop in as a background. So if you click that video, right? So you've got a little bit, and it's just click play on it. So it's nothing crazy. It's just a nice little little clouds move in, suns move in. So it just adds a little extra element to the video. I think when you put that character in there, or you do the green screen style. We didn't mention that if you look, we've got that remove background feature. So you can take a video of yourself. You don't even need a green screen anymore, and then just click remove background, and it's gone right then and there. So
we have a group that they were working on weather. And
weather PSA.
Yeah, so not only can they do that video, if they just wanted to add audio, some were adding like the sound of wind or the sound of rain, and they didn't need, like you said.
And I did this with second grade.
Green screens, right.
Yeah, so
they could just
this
remove
is,
background.
First, second grade, even kindergartners, I think, could figure this one out pretty quickly. Maybe a smaller version, but first, second grade, they can run with this and create really cool dynamic videos. So
right.
You can add audio on top of, or images on top of it.
Yep. You can layer it as many times as you want, put as much information in there. So news reports, newscasting, public service announcements, tour guide videos. I mean, it's the possibilities are endless when it comes to it.
If you used Do Ink in the past, it's very similar with the layering.
Yep. Yeah, but this is, again, way easier version right there on their Chromebooks, right found in class link. Super engaging, removing backgrounds with an instant. With my creative writing robotics, I've been actually using this instead because it's easy to remove the backgrounds. So given, that extra choice. Yeah, I'm all in. I'm doing a presentation on it at the summit on March 20th in 2025. So if you're past that, sorry, but if you're coming to the summit, definitely look forward to that session because we're going to dive into Adobe Express, and then the teacher's going to get to create something on their own as well. So
It has a translate option too. That's
Yes.
pretty cool. I'm just clicking around in it now.
Yeah,
Because I haven't used the videos much.
Yeah, I really have been a fan and been using it a lot for things that I'm creating right now. So
I have a teacher who's using it for two different. One is for the advertisement. They're creating an advertisement. And then the other one is for the video. They're talking about regions of the United States. So they're pulling in some slides with information and creating a video.
yeah,
So
yeah, I've used the presentation, the video, the infographic. I haven't dived into the web page creation or some of those other ones yet, but I feel like that they're going to have some really benefits to that as well. So there's there's flyers, there's posters, there's just tons of new options, and it's not perfect, but it's really, really great creation tool that I think students have quick access to, that they can do very quickly. It's not going to take a lot of time in your classroom, and just a really nice way for them to demonstrate mastery of their learning. So,
I agree.
all right.
And like Pam said, it makes it easier. I have a class we're working with tomorrow. They created their designs for place value in the classroom in Adobe, and then all I have to do is upload them to the laser, and we're going to cut those out tomorrow. So
Yeah, so it's great for that kind of creation, any kind of creation.
creation and ease of
Yes, it's definitely got a lot of benefits. So
For the visuals, I think some of the cool parts about Adobe is it has an icon section. So if you ever had to use, you're looking for black and white images, the
laser
icons
cutting, yeah.
are great for laser cutting, and then the shapes are pretty easy to find. So it's kind of nice to have that feature where the kids just pretty much just look at icons and they can find really everything they need
Right.
for laser cutting.
that's what we did.
Yep. All right, so I hope everybody checks out Adobe Express, again found inside of Class Link. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you check out the show notes for those 5 different uses inside of Adobe. Also some screenshots and some tips and tricks in there as well. We also have a link to the Unified Talent Innovation Squadcast PD. For every 2 episodes, you get 1 hour of credit. Don't forget to subscribe or like or follow in Spotify or YouTube, so you get reminders of new episodes. And if you've got any topics that you want to come on and discuss, we had somebody reach out, and they'll be hopefully on next week as well. But yeah, we want people reaching out, and we want to be able to put you on the podcast and highlight all the wonderful things that you're doing, and email us and let us know how you're using Adobe Express, and maybe there's something we forgot that we can share with the people as well. So I appreciate you guys being here, talking a little Adobe Express. Until next time, keep innovating. Bye.
Bye.